This is a Grow with the Gatchell video presented by the Jim Gatchell Memorial Museum.
Try to fix it. My carpenter. Yo. Hi guys! We're going to talk about the Bozeman Trail today and why it's important for the town of Buffalo in this area. In fact, if any of you have ever gone to Sheridan or Casper or have started making your way through to Buffalo, you're actually traveling on remnants of the Bozeman Trail. What is the Bozeman Trail? The Bozeman Trail is just like the Oregon Trail that you're familiar with, the Mormon Trail, the Santa Fe Trail. It was a trail that allowed pioneers and homesteaders traveling west in search of a new life. So, I'm going to have you look over here at our map. Unlike the Oregon Trail and the Mormon Trail, the people who traveled on the Bozeman Trail came for specifically one thing: gold. Okay? Gold was discovered in Montana in 1863. Now at that time, the Oregon Trail did not make its way all the way up to the gold fields. So John Bozeman created the trail that passed through what is now Casper, Casey, Buffalo, Sheridan, and hooked left right outside of Billings to get to the gold fields. The problem is, by 1863, there are numerous Native Americans in this area, and they did not want the settlers and the homesteaders to affect their way of life. So on Bozeman Trail's very first wagon train, you will notice they did not make it to the Montana gold fields. Pretty much the Native Americans gathered around the town of Buffalo, pulled a Gandalf and said, "You shall not pass." So, respectfully, those pioneers in his first wagon train turned around, came back to Casper, and continued on the Oregon Trail. Now the following year, there was about 4 or 5 wagon trains that did actually make it through to the Montana gold fields. In the 2 short years that the Bozeman Trail was being used, it had already rightfully earned its nickname, the Bloody Bozeman. The famous mountain man Jim Bridger established the Bridger Trail, which, as you can see, was longer. It went through land that was steeper, did not have as much access to water, and did not have a lot of grass. But the biggest thing going for it was it lacked Native Americans who attacked people on the Bridger Trail. So in 1864, we have, well, I guess 1865 at this point, we have General Connor's Powder River Expedition, whose sole task was to make peace treaties with the Native Americans. Well, this didn't quite happen, so by 1866 we have the first 3 of our Bozeman Trail forts established. Fort Reno down near KC, Fort Phil Kearny between us and Sheridan, and Fort C.F. Smith in Montana. Not many people know much about Fort Reno or Fort C.F. Smith because all of the battles occurred right around Fort Phil Kearny for the most part. One of the things you have to consider is that before the Bozeman Trail was established, the Native American Indians in this area already had a treaty with the United States government that designated this area that the Bozeman Trail went through as their land. So you can understand why they were defending themselves and attacking the pioneers and soldiers on the Bozeman Trail. These attacks, battles, and skirmishes, which historians call the War on the Bozeman Trail or Red Cloud's War, which included the Fetterman Fight, the Wagon Box Fight, and the Hayfield Fight, led to the closure of the Bozeman Trail in 1868 and marked one of the greatest victories that the Native Americans experienced during the 40 years of the Indian Wars. Only 3 feet deep, we are going to ford it. drowned. Sorry.
Thanks for joining us. Watch for further videos and resources to be shared. We at the Jim Gatchell Memorial Museum hope to alleviate some boredom, share some history, and maybe even share a laugh. As the world grapples with some scary stuff, know that we are in this together, and we museum nerds send you our love.